Oh, alrighty then. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gamers of all ages, welcome to another race from the Metroid Prime 1 and 2 cross-game randomizer tournament. I am the Ginger Chris, and joining me in commentary we have Baha Bod and Alan Chris. How are we?
Hello.
Hello, I am doing just fine. Oh my gosh, there's always a little bit of Discord crackle, but that was coming from my own voice. Definitely, I've been talking a lot this morning, but we are underway in the race time room and should be getting started here shortly on our end. And yeah, today we are featuring the German Galaxy, made up of Cosmonaut playing Prime and Sestran on Echoes against Team HECC, with Frost on Prime and Lucarius on Echoes. Both teams are 2-0 at this point, looking to stay perfect, but only one will. Find out who it is.
Looking forward to this one. Curious to see how it'll go. Well, it does look a little odd how the timers are different on Frost and Lucarius' side. They've got it set to 00 instead of the -15, but hopefully that doesn't cause any minor issues.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, there's usually a little bit of an audio balancing that needs to happen at the beginning of one of these, so
Yeah.
probably a little crackly to begin with, but we're back full power now.
Yes, full power.
Right then, landing site start and great tempo start for both sides of the games. I'm going to do quickly a prime check of what is in Alcove just to find a...
Starting base jump for Echoes.
We'll just get ourselves a wee beam ammo pickup, so nothing too exciting. And I think that was bombs behind the ship.
So while we have a moment to the start here, we do have a few runners' agreements today. Nothing too crazy, but similar to last week when German Galaxy was racing us, they've done some stuff to try to remove any of the item models that aren't rendered in the game. So in Prime, we have nothing's replaced with missiles. In Echoes, we have combined beam ammos rather than split. And we also have a copy of each multiplayer item, so that might be interesting if we find one of those early.
Ooh.
Make combat a little easier.
Mm-hmm.
So it was prime bombs behind the ship. Confirmed that on the re-stream. So Echo's players doing the due diligence of defeating the Alpha Splinter here.
I call him Albert.
Albert, nice.
Albert. He kind of does feel like an Albert, I'll give you that.
Yeah, fortunately nothing in Alcove or main energy controller to speed this fight up. You love finding a light beam or a cheeseburger or something. Otherwise you are sitting here charging up a bunch of power shots.
Couldn't tell what's in main plaza. The players move through very quickly and the size doesn't help us out here. So we'll hopefully see them as they pick them up.
Right.
Something interesting in Nursery. I didn't get a great look at it from Cosmo's side. Let's see if Frost turns around and looks.
I'm not sure if it's like the white side of the ammo pickup or if it was like Ice Spreader. I definitely saw the white tone.
Yeah, there was white tone and E-tank on Albert.
A very bland start at the moment. But here comes Wave, or is that Ice?
Is that Ice Beam? Well, so much for a cursed Ice Beam.
Everybody gets it easy, unlike us.
Free missile.
And both players picking up a missile expansion for their partners here in Transport B Access.
There we go. It seems a little delayed on Cosmo and Cestrian's side.
Yeah.
But at least does confirm that the session has been started, because they did receive them, which is good. Space jumping ruined gallery wall. So Prime have their boots already. So this tells me there's either something in main plaza that should be easily accessible. Either the half pipe, the grapple ledge, or the vault ledge. And I believe it was just an ammo pack sitting in ruined nursery.
Yeah, it looked like the combined beam arms.
Yeah.
The white bolt kind of overpowers that a bit.
And there's Echo's missile launcher and vault door, the vault wedge. Cosmo's heading to Shrine. Just an E-tank, where Cestrian finds a missile expansion in the transport to Aegon Waste, is it?
Yeah, various suit and the missile room where the Cersei is. I can't remember her names.
Oh, is that the wee storage room?
Yeah, the research room.
And
Yeah,
as
very
Chat's
similar.
pointing out, the Prime launcher was in typical assembly site, so actually both launchers are already logically available. One last logical quirk for the runner stuff to keep in mind this seed.
And mining plaza is unseeable really. It's just a glow. If someone
So
can make that out, please tell me. Oh,
Yeah, so it looks like...
Oh,
Go on.
I'm reading chat.
Oh.
They're saying
So it looks like
storage
Prime...
cavern.
Storage cavern, right. So the Prime players are heading back to Talon because they don't have much to do without Morph Ball, so they've got 2 remaining checks here, one being Root Cave, the other being Artifact Temple.
Yeah, sadly Cosmos is probably Cosmonaut is probably going to be waiting for his there for a bit of time because Cosmos just went into Aegon. So he'll be probably getting that for like a wee bit of time.
That's actually quite important, yeah. That means Frost will be first into Magma, potentially.
Cosmo finding grapple in beneath Root Cave. Probably will have to climb it now, although it won't be in logic with that X-ray. Oh, there's a different visor. Or did Cosmo already go up Root Cave?
I think he's only gone down, so he's, I think, opting to go to Artifact Temple first before committing to anything.
Yeah, makes sense. It gives you a bit of direction.
Plus, with no morph and bombs, it might be that they're looking to take the save first as a precaution for doing the Arbor Chamber out of bounds.
Yeah, it is reasonable. It's definitely a slightly riskier play if you don't have morphin bombs to get yourself out of trouble. Nice ship dash, wow. And so yeah, both runners converging on Artifact Temple here. With an Amber translator.
Best translator, good colour. We love it. Bungle Hall B. Great Tree Chamber.
I sadly missed that hint. Popped up.
Ice Ruins East. Phase on Grounds.
Actually, I really like a Phase on Grounds hint like that.
Is that Transport West? Cat West?
Yes, Cat West.
Elite Research. Mining Plaza.
Mining Plaza.
There we go.
Yep. Well, by the way, there's a hint for Morphball just coming up on the Oscar side.
And then Plane of Dark Worship.
Oh, who done let Planes of Worship?
So we know Cestron from last week is capable of the Aegon key skip. I'm not sure about Lucarius. Luckily, we do already have the key hint locations, and they're all relatively easy to access areas, so hopefully we will require or come across the keys pretty naturally here.
Yeah, there's... Cestron's having a little bit of a problem because he doesn't have a missile apparently. Oh, more food room for free rounds from away from temple ground something.
Yeah, so that Morph Ball is probably going to be the priority because we already have sight on Prime Bombs. So it makes sense to kind of go for that. Cosmo...
It'll be interesting to see if one or both runners choose to do Chozo in reverse, given this early ice beam. Climbing the frigate crash site to get to Overgrown Cavern is not in logic, but it does provide a kind of good way to route through Chozo.
Only once picking up their bombs and morph.
Of course, yeah.
So we still need our morph ball for that. But to be honest, I think once you grab your bombs, you'd be heading to frigate crash site anyway, and it kind of makes sense just to climb and then go back to front. It's probably your most efficient route at that point. Saves having to do the magic donut machine, which is energy core. And Albert Chamber is nothing this evening.
Vanilla morph ball bombs for the Echoes players.
Ugh.
Guardian.
Yep.
It's actually a pretty nice timing. Can come in here. We already have Amber as well, so we'll get this hint.
Mm-hmm. Then you can move to go to portal.
Now it looks like Cosmo is just waiting for the morph ball, so we're going to have slight BK for the moment.
Yep.
That's a first Aegon key and Aegon energy controller.
Okay, so the other two are in Chozo and somewhere in Temple Grounds. Cannonball on Tumas. Probably won't be seeing that today.
Double damage to him.
So Frost is taking some good use of that Varia suit and heading into Magma from Root Cave, which is nice. Means they're continually moving while Cosmo is obviously going to be delayed here. However, Frost is getting bullied by the turrets. And Spider Ball and Warrior Shrine.
That's an excellent find.
That is. Out of logic until we see Boost. And maybe bombs, I can never remember if the spinner up there actually spits you out after completing it.
That actually could be very big for Team Heck.
Just
Assuming both players kind of do this reverse Chozo play, having Spider while going through there means you're not going to be isolating several checks.
Yeah.
Sestran still doesn't have missiles.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Didn't get picked up. He went to Aegon. I noticed it back then. I went, oh, Aegon can do bomb guardian. And I just went, oh, it doesn't have missiles.
So Cosmo didn't pick up the missile in Main Plaza, apparently.
Yeah,
Looks like he's heading back there to do that now.
Yep.
A little bit of miscommunication, I think.
Yeah. Has Sestrian received any items?
Yes.
Yes, did get the Amber.
He got Amber.
Right.
That's really the only item which didn't verify.
Yep, so there's the missile launcher that Cosmo decided to leave behind, so that is a little bit of an issue and a little bit of a...
Yeah, Sestran still isn't terribly close to finding this morph ball, assuming it's in the hive tunnels. Although Lucarius is also not routing back to Temple Grounds yet either.
Yeah, but you AKI understand. Go get Jump Guardian defeated, then do it back. Saves you the. It means you can only do the one GFMC loop. Having to double dip.
Could the morph ball be on Jump Guardian, or was it a more specific hint?
No, I think it's in Temple Grounds. Probably one of the hive chambers.
Well, I guess not on Jump Guardian specifically, but on the ship, because that's what Jump Guardian locks, is it not?
Yes.
3 from service access. I don't think.
It's not in
I don't think so.
Oh, it's an up to 3 rooms, right? Okay, yeah.
It's up to 3 rooms.
That's what I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it was a proximity hint or if it was just it's an Aegon hint.
Yeah, it said 3 rooms away. I just didn't get to read the rest of it.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's almost certainly got to be hive chamber. I can't imagine it's all done or dead.
Yeah.
With something that important being that.
Yeah, it's
locked
probably
up.
going to be either probably either Dark Mist, not Dark Mist, or the other one.
Oh, I missed Gravity
Maybe.
Suit.
Gravity was in Triclops Pit
Okay.
in the pillar. So I guess this is the kind of the make or break difference here. Even though Frost has had a little bit more availability, if Lucarius is not prioritising that Morph Ball pickup, this might be how Cosmo and Cestrian do a bit of catch up here. So it's just a matter of Cestrian doing some of the cleanup. There's the Varia, so that means Cosmo's going to head to.
I guess we're getting a save warp now.
Yeah, but unfortunate. I'm presuming that Cosmo mistook the missile launcher for one of his own expansions, and given that he already had 38 missiles, wasn't terribly interested in picking those up.
Have some more. Needs a wave buster.
You're not getting enough for that, guaranteed.
Believable.
But yeah, I think just that kind of minor, like, maybe self-indulgence where Cosmo's gone, I have enough missiles, so Cestrian has enough missiles. Because they share the same item model.
No, I just think he just didn't want to give Cestrian missiles. When he can do it without missiles, he can find his own missiles.
I think we just proved he couldn't know.
Yes.
So, Frost is heading back to Chozo, presumably just to, I don't know, explore a little bit. Where Lucarius might be now gunning for this Morph Ball that we are aware of, which is good. Whereas Cestrian, however, is in Aegon now, and I presume the hint was in Aegon, so they're not aware of it yet.
I'm getting told off.
There's a very small chance that Team German Galaxy are going to have trouble with this gate in GFMC, because we have not found Screw Attack or a Power Bomb yet. But the item on the ship is in Logic. Cestrian won't be able to go collect that until they get a Power Bomb or Screw Attack at this point. Whereas Lucarius will be able to collect both GFMC items on their first trip there.
No, Lucarius did not fight he saved warped out.
Oh, did he just do...
He just opened the gate. Yeah.
Okay, and he's going to... I think he's going to pick up these two items and then just go back to it.
Which makes sense, yeah. Like, if they're aware specifically that it's one of these two locations, so long as there isn't another Echoes item here, then it's a case of jump in, grab the morph, reset, load back from the Dark Aegon safe station.
To be honest, even if there's an Echo down here, you still if bombs are the bombs are down here, you just still work reset. It just means you have knowledge that this item here, okay, you need to pick up again, but
yeah.
There is our morph indeed on DMT.
Yep. Oh, that is good. Frost will be heading directly back to get their bombs. Now, looks like Lucarius is going to check what is in the tunnel before leaving.
Oof, yeah, Cestrian having to do a 3-cycle against Bomb Guardian with a lack of missiles. Yeah, not having 10 makes getting drops pretty unreliable.
I actually have the problem where if I have exactly 10, it doesn't want to give me missiles.
So Cosmo is doing catch up. They picked up the gravity suit, but sadly doesn't really do as much.
And Aegon Key.
Okay.
Oh,
there's our
that's...
second Aegon Key.
Yeah, can't really be leaving that behind, I don't think.
Playable.
So we're looking for one more in Chozo.
Go down the...
Right then, Frost collecting bombs, heading straight to Frigate Crash Site, which is good. And I hope to see the Frigate Crash Site climb.
Yeah, I think that probably makes a ton of sense here.
Oh, going the grapple way.
Mining Plaza is an artifact. And we don't have infinite speed RA today, so it will be required to fight or skip. Collect or skip the Aegon keys and get the energy.
So Frost is passing up on the frigate crash site item, believes it is nothing of interest. And has done the frigate crash site climb, so we are doing what seems to be the sensible play. Not the logical play, but the sensible play. And Cosmo's going to return to their quiet BK moment. So does Cestrian now have the Morph Ball hint? Are they running away for that?
Yeah, he has him.
But is not chasing it.
Yeah, Gal pointing out actually with Out of Bounds, since it's an artifact, we could potentially go out of bounds, Sealing Warp in, collect the artifact, and quit to also be able to skip a Morbus.
Yeah.
And yes, Cestrian looks to be heading straight for this Morph Ball. He was, I saw him checking his map earlier, so I think he has deduced where it is.
I guess this elevator does spit you out, like, not far away from DMT kind of location, so no need for the save warp.
And there's the reset.
Yep, so Frost just fighting some ghosts. Does he stand a ghost of a chance today? Let's find out. We have no super missile, so it's just going to be charge shot after charge shot.
Good seed. Cosmo spells out on the ground. I agree.
Yes,
I don't know what they're complaining about. They've got Ice Beam.
They have Ice Beam, they have Space Jump, they have Grapple. What more do you want? What, you want a phase on? So that just makes the game too easy.
Alright, Lucari's back in the Jump Guardian loop. We'll finish off what he started earlier. See if anything is of interest here in Junction Site. While Cestrian has to do another slow early game fight without the items to speed it up.
Yep, but still only 5 missiles hurts. Then again, Lucarius isn't any better off either.
I don't think Echo's missile expansion actually seen.
Yeah, it's all been Prime 1 so far. So it was just a beam capacity in the Hall of Elders. So we're now checking Crossway. Which is just a missile expansion, but it's a bit fiddly to go grab if it is an Echoes. Actually, no, I think that was a Prime model, so Frost deciding not wanting it. Unlimited beam ammo was passed up by Frost.
Cestrian having to deal with the morph animation while not in the safe zone is a little lower on health even than I normally like here. Should be okay.
Lucaris is definitely running very dangerous on this.
Might take a few seconds here.
To be honest, it's just how much that door decides to want to open automatically. Really.
At least the blade pods are here for the heals. Nicely done, survived. Unlimited beam ammo was in Frigate Crash Site, which Frost decided to pass up. Most likely thinking it was just a regular beam ammunition thing. They never scanned it. So Cosmo also following through on this. I missed out what was in. So Cosmo was going to go get the Great Tree Chamber artifact, I presume?
I like this play. There's a possibility that you'll never end up needing to come do Life Grove if the seed kind of plays itself out kindly.
Yeah.
So this might save a trip later.
And our
Missile expansion.
first missile expansion for Echoes. Well, Lucaris is probably banking Frost very much for that.
Testosterone going back to check communication area before returning to Aegon. We'll probably be following in Lucarius' footsteps and clearing the jump guardian area. And a flamethrower. Oh no, that was from Lucarius, wasn't it?
Nicely timed. We are in the midst of a fellow flamethrower enthusiast in Zoid.
Yeah, he loves flamethrower.
More beam ammunition packs. We're seeing a lot of those, and not a lot of missiles at the moment, which is very unusual.
Yeah.
That's like our 4th or 5th one that we've came across. So we're heading to Chozo Gathering Hall now, and we'll be doing the Watery Hall collection loop. I'm curious as to whether Frost will decide to do Flagra. Because we do have Spider to at least go and fight the ghosts afterwards.
That is 3 Aegon keys, I believe, for... Oh no. Lucarius hasn't picked up one of the ones in his world.
Has that third one came through yet on Lucarius' side? 'Cause I'm pretty sure they picked the one up after DMT, and they picked the one up in the Aegon Energy Controller.
I'm not 100% sure. To be honest, they just look like players to me, so...
They reset the Hive Chamber B one?
Yeah, yeah, they did. They reset it.
Ah.
But that's probably alright. I wouldn't be in a terrible rush to fight a Morbus right now with this equipment.
But you don't have
Pretty
light
slow fight.
beam.
Session getting bullied a little bit. There's just some missile expansions in Dynamo, which isn't terrible. We are short on missiles on the Echo side, so it is welcomed. And then Watery Hall Lower, another missile expansion. So I guess the next thing of importance is going to be Wave Beam from the Prime side. Whereas Echoes, there's so many things they could end up finding.
Yeah, they really would...
Speaking of, there's a light beam.
I was just gonna say, yeah, probably a light beam or a dark beam right now would be very appreciated.
Yeah, light beam doesn't do a whole lot for us right now. It opens up Vent Area A, which I would be very suspicious of right now. Does make the Amorbus fight much more palatable if you want to go down that route.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it makes Morbus a lot better.
Ross is making his way to the front of Chozo to do some of the early Chozo cleanup. So we've got the 2 items in Ruin Shrine still to be collected, and then we've got Ruin Gallery Pipe to be collected. Well, it doesn't look like anything of interest was found there. Outside of a potential sunburst, I wasn't sure which player found that. Though Frost is deciding not to do Gallery Pipe. Okay. Looks like it might be... Oh no, they found a power bomb. Was it mains? Main PB's in Lower Shrine. Ah. So yeah, the Magma Pool play makes sense here.
I missed it. When did Thingy get his plasma beam. Frost.
Frost doesn't have plasma.
Nice
The
vanilla
tracker
magma
looks
pool?
like- No, sorry, reading wrong. Sperm.
We have Annihilator Beam up in
Flamethrower thing's
bioenergy production.
Got confused on the flamethrower.
Ah.
AK cause it's like the beams are in different spots. One the echoes and the thingy side, so it's all red and went, oh.
Right, so now Frost is going back for the gallery pipe and potentially probably heading down into Magmore because we still haven't seen Lava Lake yet. So that will most likely be on the journey.
Someone's saying dark beam and doom entry.
I think that's
possible.
more of a hypothesis rather than a confirmed because we've not seen
Yeah.
a
It's
entry
not,
yet.
it's a hypothesis, but like,
Yeah.
no, that'd be terrible.
Supers in the pipe. Oh, will Frost get tricked into doing the plant? Now that makes me suspicious of ghosts seeing supers there. Unless there's something in the tree. But I would totally bite. And a
Sounded
multi-world.
like Interslice was thinking it was some sort of Echo's movement system. Maybe seeing a bit of the particle effects coming out of the tree.
Ah.
They could all just be double damage. The double damage is huge.
Oh, that was Toaster. Oh, sorry.
Right, so we have bombs, but it looks like Frost is going, so like we have supers, we had bombs, we had power bombs, we had spider. Could have done reverse flagra. I probably would have. I'd probably have taken the bite. But I guess Frost is just going to go for Lava Lake and then potentially head straight to Fen with this.
It seems like a good. It seems like a good play.
Don't argue it, it's just, I think my brain would be, I am literally at the back door of Flagra. Let's get it out of the way so I don't have to ever come back and be concerned with it. Because you can just drop down after you're done with it.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Guess
To
if,
be honest, a lot
Lucaris
of
is
people
gonna
I
go
think would
for-
just take the bait on that flagger fight.
Paris have to be a bit careful here. I want to make sure that not all of the pillars around here get blown up, because we'll need to do a BSA to escape this room.
Well, it takes
Yeah,
care
no
of Dark
problem.
Samus quite easily.
And what will the vanilla dark beam be today?
Drum roll.
Missile.
Just a missile. Storage cavern is empty, nothing of interest there. And Cosmo picking up their main PBs from Lower Rune Shrine.
Prime Supers were in the Ruined Gallery tunnel.
I'm curious if Cosmo's going to show a bit of divergence once they get the supers, because we still don't know what's in the tree. Neither player has peeked or gone for it yet. Although
Cosmo
Cosmo
is taking another look here.
Yeah, there's a bit of a particle effect coming through.
Cosmo, I don't think is lined up correctly for
No,
this.
it isn't.
Yeah, I think you want to be looking a little more to the right.
I tried to look straight on and line myself up with the where the kind of hexagonal creases come together, and then when you jump up, push forward, and that's what pushes the camera like into the tree.
Ross found a powerbomb expansion for Lucaris, so Lucaris now has one powerbomb. Play with
So
it.
Lucaris doing the same processing strat for a Cobalt. That's an
Cobalt.
excellent find.
especially on that side of the Aegon Labs, because we have a power bomb expansion, yes, out of logic, but we have light beam. So if we can get to vent shaft,
Yep.
we can go into spider side and do a bit of a nosy.
Yep, we'll get a hint there. We can't get Calling Chamber, but we can get...
Stall!
Ooh, nice. We can
We
get
like to
both
see Bruce
Hazing Glyph and Hall of Combat Mastery with this equipment and the tricks the runners are capable of. Yeah, actually, neither player has a ton in logic right now. You're really hurting for a darker and a wave beam.
Yeah.
Still a number of checks to be done. Fen, we have Canyon, we have the Shoreline's Lighthouse, which is what Frost is going to go for. We could have Vanilla Wave Beam, so that is in logic, and we have the Spider item in Ice Ruins East. We do have an artifact in Ice Ruins East, so it really comes down to which slot it takes. And that looks like Plasma.
Ooh, okay, well that's an excellent find.
We have just stolen the light bulb.
Well, now how the ships are going to sail then?
I don't know, we can just punt Ridley into the sky and use them as a nightlight.
Ah, fine. Is that why we do defeat him at the end? Just make him a giant nightlight?
No, I think we just slap him down because he's been rude. Because he's not being a nightlight.
Oh.
And it's a power bomb in Vault. I think that's the first time we've actually seen Vault.
And there's our wave beam, and just like that, we have all the prime beams accounted for, and they can go pretty much wherever they would like.
Yes, that's... Okay, Frost has made the correct play. I would have made the wrong play.
Yep. To be honest, I think a lot of people would take that bait on Flagra.
So...
Giving you spider early isn't nasty.
So Prime Player basically has full tracker at this stage outside of Phase On. X-Ray we might still need, but it's not a guarantee. But Frost will pretty much just be in full clear now until Echoes, until Lucarius gets access to their hints.
So now where's the biggest troll dark beam location? Biohazard?
Well, the ship is still could be a bit of a troll. But Grand Wind Chamber.
Grand Wind Chamber?
It's too bad here, actually.
It's actually possible to be there.
Yeah.
Things have to line up in other spots very nicely.
Plasma processing is an option, chat says, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope not, because that would be horrible.
Just a vanilla missile on the ship today.
Hard to tell what was in Chapel of the Elders, but Frost doesn't want it. And we're getting that Grand Chamber Windway check coming up.
Yeah. There's also access, was also could be thing. Well, I've had Seekers there like a few times in practicing these settings similar to us.
And we have an STK on Grand Wind Chamber. It is
Nice.
theoretically possible to get that without Screw Attacker being able to solve the puzzle vanilla, but I am not familiar with that method.
I really only.
Is there not a triple BSJ that you can do for it as well? Where
You can BSJ up to the standable point, and then there's some wonky scan dash you can do.
Yeah.
Technically, you don't even do the BSC. There's a tiny bit of standable before it, and you can do a really awkward slope jump because it is like there's like a little tip or something you can stand on. What I found out when I did wireframes. in this room.
Well, there's another... Oh, an Inghive key, the ones we don't really care too much about.
Two of those we found already.
So Cosmos following the same route, so they're going to get all these same goodies.
Yeah, and this is, I think, where Cosmo likes to be once he finds these beams. It's just nice 100% speed running.
Yep.
Just
Frost heading straight into labs.
yep.
So what are we looking for echoes at this stage then?
Well,
Supers
we're
would be
looking.
good. Dark beam would be good.
Yeah, no, we're heavily wanting that dark beam because we're kind of stuck without it. Just,
See if
we
Lucaris
have
thinks
Annihilator
we
now,
can
which
audibly
means
here.
portal access, so that's quite good. Supers would be nice, but not super required. To be honest, if I was the Echo player, get McKee's fight him more, but see what he has at this point. Get him out of the way now.
We do have the health, we have Light Beam as well, which is not terrible. So. Sounds like a good play considering we know it's an artifact, but we still need Screw Attack to even get the artifact.
Yeah, but no, we need to fight him anyway, for the artifact, but also he will have an item.
I have never seen that room climb. And there is Emerald and Hydra.
Oh, interesting.
And then we've got an Observatory Climb from Frost. What's held at the top? Just an E-tank. It looks like Frost is going to go for it, considering they're a little low on health. Nice wee refill. Easy enough slope jump to do.
Yeah, I guess Veteria is probably a better play here for Sistron. It's, I think, relatively high value with the Light Beam being one of the later things we found. And is also not a point of no return, unlike the Doomed entry play. And looks like Lucarius has a similar thought here.
Yep.
Both runners kind of converging here.
Well, there's not that much to do.
The one advantage Lucarius has is this Cobalt. So if both runners do make the dip into Sank, Lucarius will be up a hint. And it is a dark, but not the one we were looking for.
I would still pick that up. I like having dark burn. It means if I have to fight Alpha Blog at any point.
Yeah, it does definitely help for Blog. Alright, and there are all the beams for Cosmo as well. Alright, what do we have in the Hall of Combat Mastery? Oh, not going for the hint. Maybe we'll pick it up on the way out.
Possibly hoping to find Spider Ball and Hazing Cliff so that when they route that way they can maybe go further. But then again, I guess you would need to see Dark Beam as well.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Screw Attack and Lab 8.
That makes Haven Cliff much more nicer.
And also makes the Amorbis play more interesting because we now can actually get the artifact.
I don't believe we have Echo yet, so we can't actually pick up the artifact.
That's true. We can outbounds in that room. I wouldn't, but you can.
We can also take an out-of-logic trip or check at Sand Canyon as soon as we got a Sank here. I am very curious if If Lucarius doesn't go for this hint, I think it would be a mistake not to go get it right now.
No.
Yeah, no hint.
We'll see if that comes back to bite them later.
Yeah.
They're probably just going to directly chase that screw attack that's popped up. And there is Echo's main power bombs in Frost Cave.
Interesting.
So that comes in, maybe Sand Canyon is a play here. Because that screw attack and main power bombs basically back to back.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree with that. And I would not be surprised if Lucarius heads straight there.
So Frost is in one of the worst rooms in the game.
Yeah, these tall Thunderana rims are super fun.
It's nice and snowy. It's nice
X-ray
and tall.
visor. Canyon.
Is that a complete tracker? Different phase on?
Technically will be once we find phase on, yeah. Outside of our beam combos, but we're not too precious on those.
Oh, I want to see a wave bust I could use. I'll take the thing forward.
So what does X-ray then tell us? Because we know that... Well, X-ray puts... No, it doesn't put gravity in logic, because gravity was space jump lock, technically.
This is tricky for Mechas. I've really kind of run out of logical options here. I'd be a little tempted into the trying to sequence break the Torvis elevator.
Yeah, it would be.
I'd maybe just go for the Amorbus play. Like, Amorbus might actually have something of requirement. It might have Dark Beam.
Yeah. I think that's what thing he's going for.
Because we need to do it eventually, so it might be worth doing it to check where the item is, and then if we need to double back further down the line, then we can... So long as we grab the Aegon energy, I guess.
Battleground beam related upgrade. It could be Dark Beam or Supers. I think it's somewhat unlikely to be, but it's possible.
Yeah, probably unlikely. We don't have Dark Visor, doesn't really help us. We do have portal access, but does the Dark have into logic.
We're heading into Doomed Entry now.
So we have a bit of a divergence. Thingy's going to fight Morris, and Leon is checking Dark Labs. If Dark Beam is on the Morris, it will put German Galaxy in the lead. That is like a better game.
It might. I mean, there are so many more checks in Prime. To me, I think it is very likely that it's just in Prime, and Echoes needs to just kind of do some auto-logic stuff. Especially with all translators, I think I would just be auto-logic chasing hints, trying to get hints for any of the important stuff remaining in my seed.
Sure. Oh, well,
Back at TARDIS empty. Looks like Frost is going for TARDIS. Maybe this is just a case of, I'm here, let's get out of the way and never have to come back to Fen, because everything in Fen is now cleared.
I don't mind the
I like the Amorbus play, because we know we need to do it.
Yeah, no, I like the Amorbus play.
Like, yeah,
And
the
we're
hints
short
are
on
good.
this as well.
It
the
gives
hints
your
are-
partner some time to hopefully track down that Dark Beam.
Yeah. It's something you do. Yeah, you got all your translators, but like pushing for the hints might not actually yield any results. Because most of my hints usually just tell me the things I already know.
Carly is loading a fairly old save here. Is going to be able to check main reactor this way.
Yeah.
Heads up, remembering the save is still back here. And Dark
That's
Oasis is
really-
dead.
Yep.
Curious to see if Cosmo also chooses to fight Thardus. If he doesn't, then I think that kind of ties up the Prime players. If Thardus isn't actually Dark Game or something important.
Yeah. So I guess we are waiting with bated breath here to see what the outcome of these two bosses are.
Mm-hmm.
Amarbus goes down.
Oh, like ammo touch.
Just light ammo.
Did-
Well, at least that's a mandatory light ammo, so we can take it.
Yeah. Sadly, he has unlimited beam ammo, so the expansions are right now worthless, but
And down goes Thardus. The Rock has fallen today. The championship belt falls to Samus once again. And what else is he hiding?
missing.
Yes, missile.
It is.
Plane of Dark Worship, I believe, along with Phazon Grounds, are artifacts.
Yep.
I don't think Pod W was.
Play Dark
I know
Worship.
Pod
that-
W is not. Pod W is pretty dang scary with only 3 tanks, even with Screw Attack.
What was the last hint then? What did I get mixed up with?
Yeah, getting Phazon Grounds out of the way I think makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, you do only have
Oh,
8
Cat-
artifact hints
that's what
hinted,
the-
noted,
They're saying
so it
Cat-
might.
Oh, I did miss one.
And I'm pretty sure it is Pod W.
Yeah.
Because we have Fungal Hall B, Great Tree Chamber, Ice Ruins East, Phazon Grounds, Trial Tunnel, Cat West, Elite Research and Mining Plaza, and I believe the last one was Pod W. I could be wrong.
Okay, if Pod W is an artifact, then yeah, it should be plenty easy to go pick that up, and even if you can't make it back, that's fine. And Cosmo is going to do Thardus as well. Not unreasonable, but will mean Frost stays with a little bit of the lead in the prime progression, or in the prime kind of clearing.
I'm curious as to what Frost is reset for here.
Maybe.
Did
Yeah,
Frost
especially
not
heading back
do...
to
Maybe Frost didn't climb Root Cave. So this might be a check for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, Arbor Chamber is not lit up.
I guess it's not in logic until that X-ray showed up, so maybe that's what the push is. This will give Cosmo some time to catch up because Cosmo's already done this.
Yeah,
So by the
especially
time-
like the save warp kind of puts you pretty far from any ground you haven't already covered.
Did Frost take the save at the Magma Workstation?
Yeah, I'm saying the fact that I don't
Yeah.
think he's thinking.
Yeah, quitting back could be a good play here too, but yeah, I think I would rather go into Mines here rather than doing this kind of cleanup. Mines is just a lot denser with us not having been in there at all.
Yeah.
Going back to Chozo.
Could it be ghosts? Flagger and ghosts.
Well, we
Yeah.
do have training chamber access, tower chamber, and Flagra and Ghost. So maybe Frost is doing the cleanup before just following through.
Yep.
So we'll see what Cosmo does. It looks like Cosmo is just... I would expect Cosmo to do Workstation check to see what's in plasma processing since we have the tools, and then Cosmo might just head straight into phase-on mines from here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes, and Pod W is our 9th artifact. Yeah, don't think Lucaris is making it out of here, but doesn't matter. Item sent, item received.
If Lucarius did take the save at workstation, then... No, what am I saying? Lucarius is the Echoes player. Never mind, ignore me, chat. But we are getting
Yeah,
Tower Chamber.
a quit out of Tower Chamber would be kind of cool. Well, have we seen like training chamber access and all that either?
No, we still have that to do. So I would expect Tower Chamber, Training Chamber and Training Chamber access to be cleaned up first.
Lucaris' routing is so interesting to me. I don't use like saves and quits and stuff nearly as much.
I don't
it just
use
doesn't really
them
occur to me.
I don't
So this is actually
use
really
them
cool to
a-
watch.
I don't use them a lot as well. Well, I can see when it could be necessary. I just don't do it because my head's going, I don't want to die. I don't want to waste those precious seconds.
I guess it really just comes down to whether you get a good save location that fits like a routing anchor.
Yeah.
Because like the practice save that we had last night, I ended up saving in Farcozo, which all of a sudden later down the line actually mattered after I'd full cleared mines and went, oh, this is dead. Let me just load it back up. So sometimes those like weird saves that you just randomly take do benefit the overall kind of route. And there is Echo's boost.
I don't like that.
That was just some ammo and training chamber.
Yeah, Sank entrance. Yeah, Chad's point out Sank entrance, but we don't have spider on Echoes, so.
And it looks like Cosmo was taking the reset, the save warp out as well.
Interesting.
So why are the players so adverse to going into mines at the moment? I'm curious.
I don't actually fully know.
Maybe Cosmo routes frigate into mines?
I think so.
Possibly. Looks like it.
Yeah.
Or maybe Life Grove into mines, one or the other.
Yeah, those are pretty reasonable plays.
So Cosmo, like, Frost has actually made a very decent play with the fact they found that boost. So Cosmo is now straying away from that. But no, it definitely looks like Cosmo is taking the frigate play here.
We're going to see.
And yep, Lucarius is going to break into Torvus here, doing a setting up for a Seeker skip. Gets a first try.
Nicely done.
Oh, and the super missile in Torvus. So that's a good thing for the Echoes player to work on too. Is even if it's on logic, dragging on those supers does actually help get around some of the dark beam limitations, and also makes checking hints a lot easier. Actually makes checking hints reasonable even without Dark Suit. Ooh, Lucari's gonna go for this Seeker skip too.
I can't have.
I don't see this one too often. Can be handy to have this unlocked.
Oh, there we go.
Open the door. Open the door. Wait. What?
It's going to go out around here.
Oh, I very much disagree with not opening the door before. Like, turning around and doing this is fine. Maybe he can open the door as he transitions the room. But you definitely want to remove that secret lock on the other side if you bother to blast open the gate. Yep.
Happy saying, not bother.
And it looks like Frost is now doing the frigate play as well. I don't know if anything was found in cargo freight.
Oh, we're getting a Grand 1 chamber. Slope jump, screw attack, get to the standable. Get the STK.
Wow, weird. Lucarius apparently found the one actual bit of bad collision in this room. I have never had that happen to me before. But is going to make the play to be able to check Torvus energy controller and get the hint without supers. Maybe this isn't quite as necessary with the information that supers are here, but I still often like to do this play.
To be honest, I prefer not to doing outer bounds. One, I'm terrible at it. Two, I have a very strong dislike of outer bounds in any game. So
this is often a pretty strong play because it opens up the elevator into Torvus Temple so that you can actually get past the lower super door as well later, and it gets you access to this hint and check without supers. So this is a pretty powerful wall crawl.
Yeah.
So Cosmo has confirmed that Frigate is completely empty.
And what will this hint be?
Suit and
Tank
sack
entrance suit.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Wow,
That's
that's
good
disgusting.
Yep, that is disgusting.
So that does mean that Lucarius is in a position to go get hints. It would be a bit of a time investment, but you could go get that suit and then go do the abandoned base wall crawl. I don't know if that's the play, because that is quite a time investment. I think I like the idea of sticking around here until we're looking for those supers.
Oh,
and
yeah,
maybe get a couple emerald hints.
Yeah, it would be get.
Cosmo doing boostless Life Grove just because they can,
Of course you can.
and then boosting for the second bit. Seekers in Life Grove.
Interesting.
So Frost won't be far off getting that if they decide to do this climb as well, which it looks like they are. So Lucarius will most likely be the first to Seekers and Supers. Maybe.
So that actually makes stuff like Torvus Grove and Medvista perfectly in logic.
Yeah, Frost needs to stop in and grab the artifact in Great Tree Chamber first.
Lucarius has to reload Torvus Temple to get the elevator to work. But a quick loop around this room will do that. Yeah, Super's in Underground Tunnel or Grove. I think seem pretty reasonable. Game? Where's the elevator?
No, I've had this problem. See that elevator doing that little circle doesn't always work if you're dolphin playing up. Like it's a weird thing.
He didn't grab the item. Yeah, I've made this mistake before. When the item's bad, I don't grab it, and then I remember that that's a mistake.
Didn't grab this missile. I probably did grab the missile, but yeah, he kind of.
Yeah.
Yep, there's the beam shots for the annoyance.
Yep. So sad. Yeah, but I've had it where I picked up that item and still it decided to not want to let me use the elevator.
The Lucarius will now be getting their Seekers, and Cosmo's entered into Phase on Mines finally. So we'll be doing the early mines checks.
Yeah, Cosmo, just with that Rootgate play and maybe some of the execution, has actually taken the lead on breaking new ground in the Prime Seed. May well be the first to the Dark Beam if it is indeed in Prime 1.
Yep.
Though if the Dark Beam is locked behind Echo's boost, then Lucarius has a little bit of an edge on that. We do know that Elite Research is a artifact, so it's a 50-50 on whether there's going to be progression there. Is that Grav boost?
Yeah, that's crap though.
Oh, nice. We've got a backpack finally.
Yep. I'm kind of upset that she doesn't. Samus doesn't actually get a backpack. For getting that item.
It does once it's a dark suit. I think it's more of a model issue. Like, the Varia suit's not designed to have the backpack because developers didn't intend it. But you do get like a physical model change once you have Dark Suit. With backpack and no backpack. Yep, so Frost is just going to be following suit here on Cosmo. Cosmo doing the Elite Pirate. Well, Lucarius has jumped out of bounds already, again.
Yep. Does.
So Artifact was on the Elite Pirate.
Oh my gosh, what if it's Dark Beam in Torvus Lagoon and you were expected to come in from this side and then go out to come in the front?
Oh, that's just horrible.
We also have the suit in no, not quite in Logic.
Well,
Actually, no, that's not quite in Logic yet.
yeah, the Sank Entrance there is in Logic. You can get it, but it's not in Logic.
Cosmo is really getting battered around by these turrets. I usually get rid of them so that you don't lose the time getting bounced around like a ping pong ball.
Maybe he enjoy being a pinball ball.
Possible.
I always hate wall crawling this direction on Torvus. This room is pretty dumb. With the like stacked up doors and weird collision, and Torvus Temple being a gross spot. Should be able to get a ceiling warp in here though. And is golden. Do need to transition the room. Oh no, don't go too far. You're still on Temple. Okay. Yes.
Okay, I didn't realise. I was wondering what was happening with that wonky camera. Alright, so Cosmo is energy low. And has found Cannonball? Spider Ball!
That's a handy find.
That's a suit.
Oh yeah, Cannonball's on Tumos, isn't it?
Possible. To be honest, I'm amazed if they find it.
So the suit in Sank Entrance is now available, as chat points out.
Yeah, it's completely available now.
And there's Dark Beam in Elite Access Boombox.
Wow.
So Echo, literally most of their games probably just going to either be a couple some suits and mostly nothing.
That's Frost should not be too far behind there. So yeah, both teams will be getting their last beam at about the same time.
Yeah. And I think we're still just looking for the super missiles.
Yeah, it's literally just staying here looking find those super missiles.
Is it dark or light Torvus that the super missiles were hinted in?
I believe light.
I believe so. I do hate when you get a missile, just a terrible hint of missiles, super missiles being found before the fog. Like, thanks, game. That narrows it down a lot. Torvus is just so long.
Dark Beam was Elite Control Axis, yeah. So Frost should be there shortly. After grabbing the Spider Ball out of Storage Depot B.
So only a few checks remaining in light Torvus on this side at least. There's the Spider Ball coming in. So once the supers, which have literally just been picked up,
They're there.
do you think Lucarius will go directly for hints?
Oh yeah.
I would be like hints right now, especially with both players are. This is conceivably go mode. Well, I guess they don't know the Dark Beam's coming, but honestly, you can conceivably get a lot of the checks and echoes without Dark Beam if you have most everything else.
Well,
Dark Beam is literally coming up,
pretty
so
sure you can get
Yeah, I think a hints play makes a ton of sense here.
Yeah.
Lucarius.
You have Annihilator. It's basically feasible.
5 E-tanks, so should be able to get in and collect.
Yeah, it
Most
should be pretty comfy.
Yeah.
I
Should
hate
be
how this
able to,
Brunchler
yeah.
teleports behind you in that cutscene.
He only got 7 to pick up 7, I think, pins to get. I'm not 100% sure because I cannot.
Cannonball is on
remember.
Tumas, unfortunately, so probably won't not be collecting that.
Oh, or Cannonball.
I don't think we have any info on Echo or Dark Visor yet.
Yeah. Well, we gotta see if they're in.
Oh,
gold
and true,
mode.
we need Echo or to do the ceiling warp to collect
Yeah.
Mining Plaza yet.
Yeah. We do need that.
Oh, I see. Send Dynamo has a visor.
Okay.
So that is our. That must be Echo, yeah,
That
because
looks
we
like
already
Echo.
have.
We'll see in a second.
We have
no,
everything
Dark
else.
Visor.
Oh, we don't have
Interesting.
We don't have
Dark.
Dark Visor.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's probably
Probably.
required too, given that we saw Poison Bog was a key. Hopefully it's like a Chica key, but it wouldn't surprise me if that's an SDK. So actually, yeah, we may be on the hunt for another suit as well.
Yeah. Right now it is just basically just up to these the artifact or the STK hints where they drop. Because if they drop without oh, I think that was one there.
Yeah, we have not gotten the Chica hint yet.
Have we had any boss hints?
don't think so.
Just
As
the
in
Lumos one.
So there's the Dark Visor. Just looking for Echo.
Okay, so both our joke hints are accounted for. Between Path of Roots and Transport to Aegon.
Cosmo now getting the X-ray, and a kind of perfect position for that actually.
Ooh, okay, well TT is fine. We have tracked down Grav.
Yep. Thanks
Tank
for
energy
the
controller.
Energy control, that's fine. Temple
All of Honor
Burn,
dead.
All of them dead. That's fine.
War Ritual Grounds,
War
which we
Ritual
just
Grounds,
passed.
fine. Yeah.
Yep.
Under Temple seems common.
Yep.
I think we've got everything to do either or, don't we?
Yeah, we're still
Yes.
looking for that thing. Cache.
Or is it A?
That's Cache,
That
yeah.
looks like an A. So that's fine.
Stank Temple access.
Wow, no
Do
Poison
all the
Bog, come
equipment that
on!
we have.
Oh, we have 2 more, wow.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Grand
in
Wind
range.
Chamber.
Yeah.
We know about that.
And the last one.
King Reliquary. So Asut.
Yep, that's it. That's it enough. Better be that and a couple more tanks.
So we are in what, relatively go mode?
Yeah, relatively going. Yeah, relative in go mode.
Yeah, I would probably like to have that Sank Entrance suit.
Yeah, get the
Or where
sank-
was the other suit hinted? I missed that one.
Did we get the other one hinted? If it's going to be anything, it'll be the Hall of Honor Dead hint. 'Cause that's the only one Cestrians walked past.
Dark Torvus Arena.
Dark Taurus Arena is other set.
That's
So
not...
Lucarius might kick themselves for not getting that earlier then.
Yeah, Upper Torvus is kind of out of the way now. There's no other keys up there. No, Cache A. Okay, so you gotta do Cache A. Grab Boost Guardian is probably not the worst thing to get a suit out of the way as well.
Yeah, just
Yes,
pretty
we can
much-
also route into Sanctuary from Sank Entrance because we have Seekers and Dark Visor, so we could also
Yeah.
get the light suit on the way.
Yeah, that would be the routing. Is go fight Boost Guard and then go to Sank Entrance. makes your anchor trace secured.
Oh, and I'm also forgetting we are talking about Go mode, but we do not have phase on suit yet.
Yeah, I don't.
That's fine.
I literally do not consider it, though it is a go mode item. It's not like
It's the 19th key / artifact, but it will pop up somewhere. Plus,
pop up somewhere and there's a hint. So it's
we
like,
have no key or artifact in PMT, so we can just, as the runners could just game for the hint and impact crater,
yeah,
which probably is the smart decision here. Just gun for as much as you can. And there's something in there. Ah, 9 hive key. Omega Pirate goes down. And he chest explosions all over Samus as she gets a nice blue bubble bath. However, Frost is choosing not to do Omega Pirate. Oh no, he is. He just took the save.
Oh, so Lucaris is going for this
double
mining plaza key.
damage.
Double damage on all key.
This is not a secret roll we see very often, but there is a secret roll in Plaza Access, and Lucaris gets it really quick. Very nice.
This is actually a surprisingly good play, because you just get the artifact out of the way and then reset back to the save.
Yeah, we'll be able to completely skip a Morbus. Let alone all the hassle of returning the energy. Oh,
That's
Lucaris
right,
is going to go for the sort of pseudo load delay strat, I think. An actual load delay, as it doesn't require pausing the game, at least on emulator. And phase on suit and PCA. Okay.
Yep.
So that is actually go mode then. And let's see, Cosmonaut is missing only one artifact. What is that? Mining Plaza? I don't think
I
Cicerion's
think
done
so.
Mining.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Mining Plaza. I don't know if Cestrion's comfortable doing their burns for that item.
Cestrian is done the fight. I don't remember if they took the energy to do it vanilla.
I don't know either. I'm assuming he did. He knows the item's there.
So Frost gonna be picking up their phase on suit shortly. And I guess it's just, at this point, it's just Cosmo is in full clear mode because Cestrian doesn't have hints yet.
Yep.
Has Cestrian never seen the super missile hint then?
Maybe he hasn't.
Possibly
I
not.
thought he did, but it's possible he didn't. And at this stage, does Frost just go sit, wait for that last artifact?
Yeah, I think so.
Figuratively.
So which one hasn't Lucarius picked, or which one haven't they collectively picked up? Cat West? I don't know if...
At West. We've seen Fungal Hall B, Great Tree Chamber, Ice Ruins East, Phase on Grounds. Which one's Trial Tunnel?
That's Broom Closet by Amorbus. Yeah, I think Lucarius has only not done Cat West, and
Yeah.
Cicerion's only not done Mining Plaza.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frost may well be the first one to finish here, with their team's kind of knowledge advantage that the Prime Seed is done.
Is good to see.
Well, no,
Cosmo will be picking up that boost ball. And Lucarius is just gunning straight into Sank here.
Oh, Echo Visors in Watch Station.
What's... Does Sestrian get it?
No. The hint in Meeting Grounds was for Echo Visor.
Oh.
You know, I also think Session's going to be hitting him. It's going to be a bit annoyed when he sees him. So.
Yeah. Sestron's saving back, or quit and resets back to Sank. We'll collect that Echo Visor to go get the last artifact for Cosmo.
Mm-hmm.
Cosmo's going for Flagra. This is pretty much dead. I don't think there's anything else we can see
it's
here.
completely dead.
Yeah, because we've got grapple. We might see like a Torvis key or something. That's about it. Don't think there's anything else we can really, or we're really looking for.
Oh no, we know where both suits are. We know where Echo is. So
Yeah.
Completely dead.
So Cosmo might not end up too terribly far behind Frost. If by the time Sestron's able to pick up that artifact, he's done most everything in the game. He'll be content to go clear even without the knowledge.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
I think Lucarius has a pretty sizable advantage on Sestrian here in terms of cleaning up the rest of the seed.
And Cosmo will no doubt go for Exo Skip, since they've been practicing that a lot and demonstrated it on the previous race. So depending on when that artifact shows up and how quickly Sestrian gets to it, Cosmo might catch up with Frost somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucarius only had one Cobalt hint available to themselves at the time. However, it was quite a relevant one, being a suit hint.
Yep, they're closing in on Cat West here.
Be a case of just gunning straight over to Cat West and then go back up and get your Echo Visor. Yep.
Lucarius still has 0 SDKs. This is going to be such an earlier finish for Prime than Echo's. But it does definitely make sense to get your partner able to clear the game with the sum of times or average time being the win condition.
Yeah.
And yes, Lucarius isn't go mode, which is why Frost isn't doing
He
any
just
more
needs to
checks.
Pick up at least one of those suits and then can tempt the other thing, but
Yeah. Frost is
more
saying
equal.
hello to our good pal Ridley, the metallic chicken here.
well,
We're just gonna throw some salsa at him until he goes away for a bit.
yep. Then turn him into the nightlight as he is born to be.
And then Lucarius is getting the Sank energy controller STK. Did Lucarius not do Watch Station then to get the Echo?
He didn't do that.
Yeah, there's no need. Echo doesn't lock any of the SDKs.
Oh,
He's already
because they
gotten the
got
Mining
it out of
Plaza.
bounds. Yeah.
Mhm.
Never mind, they don't actually need it. So, because we're in Sanctuary, we won't be getting the Sank entrance key because we can't exit through the front door. What was the other suit again?
Dark Tour of Serena.
Yeah, Dark Tour and Boost Guardian, or Boost Guardian or the.
What is it?
Yeah, it's Boost Guardian or the item front of.
Is it
Boost Guardian.
simpler just resetting after getting your keys and then going into Sank entrance, or would be Arena a lot quicker?
Arena's quicker given that we need to do cache.
Yeah.
Ah, so it might just be routing with that. Makes sense.
If you're only going to get one suit, I think Dark Tour of Serena is the one to get. And Sank entrance is quite out of the way. I mean, I guess... Yeah. I guess that's technically not too far from being Reliquary.
Well, they're both.
It's
fairly
just such a
close
slow
to-
check that if you're not... If you're comfortable at all with getting it without Light Suit, I think you'll save yourself several minutes by skipping Sank entrance.
I think you can save close to about 3 minutes. Just or actually more because they haven't done the fight, so yeah, they can
we got-
take quite a bit of time now.
So we got our temple access and Sank energy controller, so that's us done in Sanctuary for now. Or for the rest of the game, I guess.
Yep.
Gonna head into Lower Torvus, maybe?
Yeah, probably let do Lower Taurus, do
Statue skip.
skip, and then just head out.
Yeah, this route's well, because then they can take the elevator up, do the little bit of upper Torvus, sorry, not light, but upper Torvus clearing we need to do of cache. Oh no, no power bombs.
That's rude. Plus, we get to end on the best possible suit combination: dark suit or pretty little dress or backpack, and then a spider ball, that thing I can't say in any other form. And we get a power bomb drop, which is nice. So we're out.
Okay, so what's Sestrian's game plan? I presume the first stop is Mining Plaza. I'm wondering where he plans to go after this.
Yeah, head to main.
Sestrian hasn't found those supers in Torvus yet, yeah.
Yeah, Cestrian, and I don't think Cestrian's seen the hint for it either, so they don't know it's there.
Well, like that and the car's done the Seekerless.
Oh, that's super! Oh, where did it go? It went into the ceiling.
Oh, did Luke Curry not farm up PB? Oh, no.
Oh no, he got two.
Okay.
You got to we farmed.
I've made that mistake before of not grabbing another one. It's coming down here. Oh, nice. First try statue skip onto the platform. That's what we like to see.
To be honest, he's been doing a lot of the tricks pretty much.
I'm pretty sure there's a game shark in here. Like,
Yeah, Lucaris has been playing really well.
Really, like first tries.
so where are we heading now? TTE.
Yep, PTE.
Yeah.
And then we'll need to do Under Temple.
Welcome to SpeedGaming 4 raiding party of 128.
Yep.
We
This
are
is the- Go ahead.
currently in a round 3 race of the Metroid Prime 1 and 2 Cross Game Cup randomizer tournament. And we're almost in the closing windows of the seed that we're playing today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Frost from Team HECC already on Final Bosses. And Lucarius is in Go mode, just unfortunately has a lot of cleanup to do. With this seed being kind of rude, putting the Sky Double Keys all over the place.
Yep. Yeah, Lucaris is just having to chase these about.
At least the turnaround is going to be pretty quick for Echoes because bosses are so much shorter.
Yeah, if the Emperor decides to pay with that.
So yeah, Cosmonaut is also heading for Final Bosses. I don't think they know the path to victory yet for their team, but I think Cosmo has probably just cleared everything in this game.
Yeah, I think Cosmo is full cleared at this stage. So it's just left to the situation that Cestrian is the only one left with stuff to find. So it'll probably be a little while before Cestrian finds the supers.
Actually,
Since they're doing...
Find it fairly soon.
with... Oh, no, we have good Torvus access through this, never mind. I was wondering if that Sank entrance was logically required for Torvus access, but I actually don't think it is. With all the beams, we can just get in this way through Grove.
Or are we getting the good under temple check or the bad under temple check?
Yep, hopefully I can dip right out after looking at this protag wall, but potentially we'll be fighting Power Bomb Guardian.
Powerbomb Guardian.
Picking up an E, that will actually turn out to be pretty wise with the reliquary being required.
I think Curb one card is just a 10 flagger.
Yeah, they're both
quite.
kind of plants with bomb slot weaknesses.
I guess,
The
yeah.
same family.
I guess there is actually a lot more similarities in the design of the two than I realised.
Yeah, they have bomb slot weaknesses. Powerbomb Guard just thought throw Spider in there for fun, instead of having to shoot light things. Because he's a dark creature.
Yeah,
Right, so
if only these cutscenes when you bomb the slots were unskippable and lasted 15 seconds, that would really have made the fight better in my opinion.
So we are now into the Essence fight on Frost side, and Cosmonaut is now entering into Impact Crater. Is Cosmo going to go for the Exo skip? Or is Cosmo just setting this up? Taking a save here, presumably because of the Exo skip, actually, this makes sense. In case you fall down in a bad box and decide, you know what, rather than either jump back up, I'll just take the reset.
Mm-hmm.
Clearing out Jack / Jill, I can never remember which one's which. Frost has at least both visors for this, which is good. Makes Essence a lot easier to manage. But I think this Phazon pull is a little tricky. It's on awkward ground, so not getting a full... There we go.
Meanwhile, Cosmo did pick up the supers and should be heading for SDK hints, I imagine, here. And we'll get the good news that, aside from a dangerous dip into Reliquary, he is in go mode.
Cosmo resetting this up.
I'm not an expert on Essence, but I believe it's actually both. I think there's a countdown that starts once you enter the pool the first time, and then also if you fire too much out of it, it'll disappear as well.
Yeah. Well, transitioned the Metroid through the door frame, which is good. Now we just need to get the pop out into... I believe it's a BSJ you essentially do on the other side of this.
Yeah, well, instant unmorph jump, so you don't need to lay a bomb, but it's the same kind of concept as a BSJ where the camera will obstruct you.
Frost is finished.
Yeah, GG, or G, I suppose.
Single G, Frostbite finishing with an official time of 1:31:36. It seems their timer will go on a little longer for an extra I would say 15 seconds because the timer started at 0. But looks like the timer probably on their side has bugged out a little bit.
Not
And
quite sure what
sometimes-
happened on Cosmos then. I don't know if the camera didn't cooperate with the instant unmorph jump or if he just kind of missed the timing, but we'll have to Aether jump up, but oh my gosh, what is this room? Phazon Core, something like that?
Yes.
The dentist's
Dentist's
office. Yeah.
I know most of these rooms by like alternative names for the most part.
I like to just make up the names of it because I basically just don't learn them. Especially, and I play Echoes, I know some names, and then Primer just make up names for rooms sometimes.
Right, so Lucari is taking the precautionary save here before going into Arena. We are 6 keys out of 9. be grabbing a suit. And then what is left from Lucarius? It's
All of
just
Honor Dead, War thingy ground.
Ritual Grounds and
Reliquary.
Eng.
Reliquary.
Yeah, Eng Reliquary.
Has Lucarius done Wind Chamber already?
Don't think so. Maybe not. I didn't see
So
him
what
pick.
did they get then?
No, I'm not sure.
Have they done Hollow? No, they haven't done Hall of Honor Dead.
See them do All of Honor Dead. And
It does say 6 out of 9, doesn't it? Or am I
Oh.
just? Oh no, it's 4 out of 9.
No, it is 4. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So they have an already. So yeah, they still got Cache, Wind Chamber, Reliquary, or Ritual Grounds. All of them are dead, probably.
So, at what point do you reckon that having fallen out of bounds to do exoskip, do you realise that it's slower than doing the actual?
My understanding is with like in 100%, Exoskip only saves like a little over a minute. So this was probably actually slower at this point.
Hmm.
Oh,
And
there it
we're
is.
back up, so we've got the room transition and whatnot. So, I guess this is still practice for Cosmo, since it is I believe it's a recent addition to their runs.
Yeah, at least I do. Yeah, it's very difficult that getting the secret world in the door to immediately have to do an instant on morph jump or risk having to climb up Phazon Core again is pretty difficult and high risk.
Yeah. Lucarius did manage to pick up suit, and I believe it was not the
It wasn't.
Ing.
Yeah, it wasn't this guy.
So Lucarius is going to be back onto the key hunt here.
Yep. I think Lucarius, if I was running this, I would attempt the Reliquary now, because you're closer to it than the other ones. And even if you don't make it, you just go get the other ones. But you can just go to Grand Wind Chamber thingy, or do your All Are Dead, then do your Grand Wind Chamber. Then do
Yeah.
your Reliquary. But it's like it's either try start at Eng or start at All Are Dead. But it looks like
Oh,
you're
did
starting at
Cosmo
Eng.
activate a fight trigger?
The fight. Yeah, I think he triggered the
Oh.
fight box.
I'm not super familiar with Exoskip, but yeah, I believe activating the fight is bad. I don't actually remember exactly why.
I hope he's going for oh, he's opening the passage.
Yeah, this makes sense because it just routes back to where you need to go. Maybe Lucarius might actually be routing for
For the Suet Sank entrance.
the suit.
Yeah.
But I would expect Lucarius to be pretty comfortable with the health they have. But it doesn't look like it.
No, I wouldn't overly chance it myself. I know it's doable, like with one suit 8 E-tanks.
Cosmo setting up again.
You would want thingy just finds want more E-tanks.
Yeah.
We
We have sadly lost the Phazon suit, the fusion suit, sorry. So we've now defaulted back to a very pleasant purple and black. But I do really love the orange fusion suit, and it's kind of hard to say why. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Yeah, Lucarius is making the play for light suit, so we'll have a pretty safe time of the Reliquary. And they do have time to kill on this, so I kind of like this play. With Frost having finished quite a bit before Cosmo, you can take these kind of safer strats than risk a deafening Reliquary.
Yeah. To be honest, I would have still if you're going for the suit, for all of them are dead first, work your way back to the from Grand Wind Chamber. Grab your suit from Sank Entrance, and then head to Egg and Rare Quarry.
I honestly couldn't tell you what would be better or worse due to me. I don't know routing very well when it comes to this game. So I don't know what would be more beneficial in the long run.
I don't think either way really would hurt you. Because I think it will be the exact same, closely to the exact same amount of time.
Alright, Cosmo back up. And about to transition into subchamber 1. Or is this actually not even subchamber 1?
This is fusion, fusion core or something, fusion something, fusion chamber.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I remember
access mechanism is
learning
very
this
little.
room. Yeah, there's a lot of wonky standable in this room.
So that's showing off the upper to lower Torvus wall crawl. Wow, that is quite far back from the door. Interesting.
There's the light suit.
But the Cache B room, despite looking like a little closet, does have the pretty much the whole kind of elevator concept that the Light World has open. So there is a wow. That's okay. That's way better than how I do it. So gonna take some notes here.
What does it do better Baha at this trick?
So Cosmo has fallen down. I don't think this fully intended, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know the ins and outs when it comes to the exo skip.
Yeah, I imagine there's just kind of some precise spots you need to hit for these little triggers.
Well, it looks like it's going well so far.
Yep.
Okay, a lot better than I thought. Yeah, this is looking good, I think.
Yeah, one more ought to do it.
Garius will be setting up to get Grand Wind Chamber thingamabob.
Yep, Grand
Great
Wind
Wind
Chamber.
Chamber. I could never get this screw attack when I played. I never understood it.
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, but it's actually not that hard. It's just a slope jump off that little tiny thing stand up. I don't know what to call it. You stand up that and you just got to do the screw attack, and it's just getting enough height and just sort of not really aiming for the standable. You're sort of aiming slightly in front of it or before it.
Cosmo transitions nicely into Essence, so Exo skip completed successfully.
Yeah, Frost's timer is still going. I don't know why that is, but in race time they finished with a 1:31.36.
So I have a funny feeling there's a desync between the race time room and their actual individual trackers, because the trackers did not start at the -15.
Yeah.
If they had synced up properly, it would have. So we're going for Ing Reliquary now.
Yep.
And that is Essence down for Cosmo with an official 1 hour 43 minutes and 8 seconds.
Yep. At least that's track of the side to stop. Unlike the losses, what will probably go on until infinity.
So it's single G's for each of the teams so far.
Yep.
But by the looks of things, I would say Lucaris is in a fairly decent lead here over Cestrian.
Yeah.
So unless something goes really badly wrong for Lucaris, it's Team HECC's race to lose, you would say.
Yeah. There's a race to lose. If Thingy's comfortable doing the big workout for getting that light suit, probably get him some time, but
I guess it was more the fact that it wasn't too far away from the checks you need to do, so
yeah.
maybe taking the time to secure the remaining elements.
Get your G's in chat for Cosmo.
So 2 left for Lucaris. Lucaris is missing Hall of Honor Dead and
Thinking workout. The two I think he's missing.
I thought they got that.
No,
Was
no,
that
not that's. I thought you said the other one. Leon has
or
only
Retro
got-
Grounds.
or Ritual Grounds and Hold
That's the
on
one.
Dead.
Yeah.
You said the other one. Yeah, Leon has only got those two. I do have a bit of a thing about All of Our Dead on which way is actually faster, the fastest way of doing it, without getting yourself confused.
I was always taught to go left to right around the room, so going clockwise, with 1132 is your number of spins.
Well, to be honest, what I got told to do is rainbow, aka all the colours of the rainbow around the room, and just match up the tile close to the thing. Always make sure that glows.
Oh, never heard that one.
It's just because the person told to me, went, "Don't do this so you won't get confused."
I just learned it as a code.
Yeah. AK, all it does is saves you one spin on the final thing, I think. It's this way. I think Rainbow you do like an extra 2 or 1 spin. So it's that way it's faster, but yeah. Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna hit.
It would have been beautiful if it had. So we screw attack into the tunnel here just to get a nice easy route back, and then it's just off to War Ritual Grounds. Screw attacking into tunnels is very finicky, but there we go. We got it.
Oh, that one's is a bit weird because it wants you to be far enough back, but close enough to it. Because if you don't get far enough in, you just get pushed out. Like all screw attack into.
Yeah.
And if you're doing it too close, you just bonk instantly.
So Cosmo is heading to the temple now. We'll be picking up War Ritual Grounds on the way. And we'll be heading into final bosses within the minute, pretty much.
Yep. Pretty much, yeah. Couple minutes.
So the very interesting thing to know about this is the pair down in the round, or at least the pair down in the upper brackets. As we said earlier on, German Galaxy were in the 2-0 slot, and Team HECC were in the 1-1. So this will do a shake-up for the brackets come round 4.
Yep. I'll do a bit of fair sizable shake-up. I don't think it really hurts German Galaxy so much losing this match if they lose. In overall tournament play, it would just cause a bit more of
It creates a more interesting outcome. Yeah.
Yeah, more teams kind of in the thick of it in the around the top 8.
Yep.
Yeah. Which is the kind of thing you want to see. You don't want to go into one of these tournaments with a surefire, this is who's going to like be at the top tables and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like having this kind of shake-up actually creates a nice little buzz around the tournament. Go, oh, this team I thought it was going to do really well, they lost a match. Oh, what's this going to do? This is interesting.
Yeah. To be honest, the top of the bracket, if you look at it now, is a bit thing. Oh yeah, all those teams make sense to be up near the top. This will shake things up, but I don't think throw too much of a spanner into that. To be honest, if we see another upset this week, that would create a much bigger buzz. If another upset comes out of this, but I don't see that really happening. But yeah, this will cause a bit more. Will make the tournament a little bit more lively.
Mm-hmm. So Lucaris heading into final bosses. Looking at the standings, I believe the next match, if I can find it, is actually starting in 5 minutes, which is the other 2-0 team versus 2-0 team, I believe. Let me double check so that I'm not wrong on that. Semi-Crustalance versus Best Seed Rollers, are they in the 2-0 slot? They are.
Well, they had a loss, but haven't been keeping too well up to date with all the match things. I really can be more keeping thing over the lower end of the bracket. That's where I'm sick.
I like to browse the bracket and just see what the pairings are like and whatnot, because we have our French correspondents, the Semi-Crispies, and the Best Seed Rollers, who are both at 2-0. So at the end of this round, if Lucarius does not make an error in this fight, which I very much doubt at this point in time, but you never know, we will only have 2 3-0 teams. So come the end of round 4, we might actually have a 4-0 team, but we would need to do round 5 to kind of even out the remaining teams across the board.
Yeah, pretty much. Whoever ends after.
There goes
pretty
the
much.
ring.
Yep, that's. I mean, to be honest, yeah, I think Lucaris probably will have this. Unless he really messed up Dark Samus 2.
I don't think you would mess up Dark Samus 2 when you're sitting with, 70 tanks at full capacity with a light suit.
Yeah, you're fine.
Either your controller would have to die and Lucarius would have to, freeze up in the process of trying to swap it out. But I think this looks kind of done deal.
Yeah, it's a done deal. And yeah, so if that... Yeah, with the two... Best Seed Rollers being a thing, oh yeah, double damage. With Best Seed Rollers and that next match being the next B&O, yeah, pretty much whoever wins that gets the 4-0 out of them, that will be the person probably sitting top of the tournament at the end of week 5.
So the final thing we can say for Lucarius is Lucarius going to get rudely interrupted by Dark Samus and get centered?
No, it looks like he's getting...
Yeah, he's going for the Dark Beam strat. This is pretty consistent method, so it wouldn't surprise me. And with double damage, actually, quite a fast one too.
That That, to be honest, that probably was the better choice of strat with double damage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that-
Lucarius finishes with an official 1 hour 53 minutes, and that has resulted in Cestrian doing a forfeit.
Yep.
Meaning the win does go over to Team HECC.
Mhm.
So double G's to Team HECC, everybody.
Yep.
And we'll look to get the invites out and get the teams in here for some post-match discussions.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello. I like how we got one person from each team, not the full teams.
Yeah, welcome Sestran, welcome Frost. GG's.
Hello.
GG's.
GG's.
Not sure if
Good talk.
Cosmos coming.
The cars is coming in like 2 minutes.
That sounds good.
A little
Yeah.
BRB.
Good
But yeah,
race.
GG's. That was a interesting seed.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a feeling with Prime finding all those beans really early, Dark Bean could just be anywhere, and might be a long time coming.
Yep. There we
Yes.
have Lucaris.
Yeah, welcome. GG's.
Welcome. GG's.
What a race.
Yep.
Cosmos coming too.
Nice.
Got everyone. Yeah.
Welcome.
GG's.
GG's.
GG's. Yeah, so the big question, where was Echo?
Echo was in Watch Station, which I believe was hinted in Meeting Grounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I said that Frost somewhere is like probably in tank, and I guess I was right.
Yep. It
Yeah,
was
nice
insane.
nice technique with getting the Manning Plaza out of bounds. Definitely saved you having to track that down.
Oh,
Yeah,
I have
that
to watch
was-
that.
Yeah, that was pretty ridiculous because I think it was a few days ago I found the video of it, and not like there's a way to get back inbounds as well, but it's pretty ridiculous. But I said to Frost like, what if you just get in if it's an artifact or something, and then lo and behold it's actually an artifact today.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Oh, I didn't thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a genius.
Yep.
Yeah, shout outs to Sister on having 2 required mining plazas in a row.
I was like, oh, is the Dagon key skipped again today?
Yeah, luckily they were pretty free today.
Oh, where was that last Dagon key? I never got the third one.
So it was in Hive Chamber B. I think when you reset after the Temple Grounds loop, you lost it and never went back.
Oh my god, I didn't realize.
Yeah, you reset from that loop. That you picked it up down there.
Wow. Watch
So
station.
that early game. About
Yeah,
that.
the lack of the missile launcher not getting picked up was a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's understandable. I assume Cosmo, you thought that was just another
Yeah.
one of your expansions.
Yep.
Yeah, and we thought
That
Service Tunnel was like GFMC or something. And then I made the classic, like, yeah, let me just do Far Chozo. And I wasted 15 minutes doing nothing. I should have just went to Magmore.
I just thought,
And then-
thought he could get his own missiles.
Just shout outs to, when you R jump and land, it's like, nope, you're not landing. You're bouncing right into your soft lock trigger. That's fun.
Dang.
That's what happened right at the very end. Like, cool. Got to do this all over again.
So from what I'm gathering, Sastrion didn't have missiles for a long time.
Yeah.
I was a
Yeah,
little
before
BK
that,
and
really.
GMC.
It wasn't
Yeah.
that long.
It wasn't
Sister
long,
went
but
to GFMC before Bomb Guardian, and so ended up being late to the Morph Ball
Oh.
as a result.
yeah, I checked like most of things in Aegon, and then I didn't have missiles, I couldn't save, so I had just GFMC left, so I went there
Yeah.
and then it was just a missile expansion. I was like, what? Yeah.
Yep.
That happened.
Pretty poorly.
I mean, your execution was really good, Cosmo. Like you started like you and Frost took almost identical routes for the entire seed. But Frost had a decent advantage with the earlier morph. But like by the time you actually beat Frost to Dark Beam by I don't know a minute and a half.
Yeah.
So by the time getting all the way through the game, you kind of caught up.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
I was-
The
By
two
the time we
things
were
that
done, we didn't know about suits, so I just kept
Yeah.
doing checks when I could have just been waiting, going to do Ridley,
Yeah,
which
Lucarius
was
got a
rough.
good knowledge
I
advantage.
100%ed
Lucarius
everything.
went to Torvis early, found the supers early, found a hint for a suit early, and that kind of helped smooth out the Echoes gameplay.
Yeah. In retrospect, I should have gone the same way. I was like, okay, I got Dark Beam as I was in like Dark Labs because I was thinking maybe Dark Beam is locked by itself, more or less. So I went there, and then I got Dark Beam, and I was like, okay, maybe Phazon Suit is in my game, which ended up not being the case. That's why I went to Sang and gonna get that artifact in Cat West out of the way. So Cosmo can get hints. But yeah, I also was thinking getting Cannonball, but then Cosmo got Phazon Suit, and then I was like, okay, I should go to Torvus now. So yeah,
Where were
I
the
was really late
suits?
to Torvus. Yeah, and
Where
no
were the
suits.
Echo suits?
One was the Dark Torvus Arena. I got that
Dark
one.
Taurus Arena sank entrance.
Oh god, Sang entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was half debating actually doing Vanilla Cannonball as well, just to skip it for the In Reliquary stuff.
Yeah,
But, nah.
I was doing the same. I had like 7 E-tanks, and I was like, maybe you can do that without a
Yeah.
cannonball.
Would have been a
So
good alternative for you, because 7E no suit might have been a possible final bosses
No,
for you.
he had dark suit, so he could.
Oh,
yeah, Dark Suit.
dark
Suit 7
suits,
E-tanks.
definitely then.
Dark
Yeah, you
Sentry-
have to know what parts do not have the ink storm,
Yeah.
and you have to
Yeah.
be moving really well. But 7 with dark suit should be fine.
Yeah, and Cannonball as well if you grab it.
Even without
Yeah.
cannonball, but it's kind of scary.
I don't think I'm gonna grab it per
Yeah,
se.
yeah. The Umos 2 Cannonball.
That was good.
Yeah, that was an interesting cannonball placement. I think pretty much Lucarius took a bit of an early lead because he done Seeker Lock into Torvus and mucked around that way and to getting into Torvus.
Yeah,
I
my
mentioned
original.
it.
Missile early and gave him his SDK hints earlier that allowed him to sort of route his game a bit more easier.
Brought that up. I was like, hey, you remember? I taught you everything Transport Center, getting to the energy controller quickly. But I think we got sidetracked with, I don't even know when I first said that, what we were doing. But it's always, I think it's always a good play.
Yeah, I was setting up that because I was thinking maybe Dark Beam is in Doomed Entry or Battleground. And I set it up as safe in the safe station A in Aegon. So if it's not there, I just quit, and then I would have done the wall crawl to Torvus, and then basically would have found Grav, I think was Grove, and then Supers up after.
Yeah,
And
I'm pretty sure I did the same, but probably like 10 minutes earlier, and because of that, because I didn't have Dark Beam, I ended up just out of bouncing my way around the around the supers door in Torvus Temple, so I could just explore the rest of Torvus.
Yep.
Yep.
That's pretty much what was done. It gave you a little bit of an advantage, and it gave you a hint or two early. What did end up helping you?
The suit.
Yeah, there was actually an Echo Visor hint in what was it, Meeting Grounds. So
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, I got that, and I had a save in Sank, and I immediately quit and just grabbed it. Echo Visor was in Watch Station, so I grabbed that, and then immediately went for Cosmos Artifact last one, so he can finish. And then I was like, okay, Torvos getting supers and hints, and I had like this one poisoned bog key hint, and I was like, oh no, hopefully I don't need like soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a weird seed. Like
it was a really weird seed, specifically because Prime had like everything.
Yeah.
And like Echoes was completely empty.
You had
and
your
then,
own
like,
keys
not
and
even
a morph ball.
Yeah.
And just like I think Lucarius picked up
that was
the
it,
last.
I think.
It's like
Lucario
the
picked up the
complete.
last artifact and had no SDKs at that point.
Yeah.
That's like
9 to go around picking up. Oh my gosh.
that's like the complete opposite of like most GTC seats. Like
Yeah.
normally Echoes is like the one who has like everything and can like check most of the stuff.
Oh
And
no,
it's like mostly beam hunts for Prime.
Yeah.
No,
So that was it.
me and Ba have experience where Prime is the equipment load and Echoes tends to be like the key bearer or artifact bearer kind of thing. So we
yeah,
have
I
seen
have
it.
the exact same. I've
Yeah, that's
have
true.
it all. I'm just left with nothing but keys to get, and I just have to let my partners, just pick up everything for me. I'm going, I don't, and like the only thing I'll have is either supers or seekers, and that's it.
I think it's also this really comes down to the way the world building is done for the two games, because in Prime, the majority of the world is locked by your beams. Once the beams
Yeah.
become available, you can pretty much do the entire game. Whereas Echoes actually has a lot more blockades in the way with its world building. So I think the Randovania sequencer, as it's placing items, finds it easier to put stuff into Prime because there's more availability there.
Mm.
Where Echo's world building sequentially unlocks at kind of an awkward pace.
Yeah,
I think there's a bit of an understanding there, but
yeah, that
what
sounds
was that?
quite a bit right. But yeah, it's just it clearly looks at Prime first, and then looks at then goes down to Echoes, and so it's like at the start you'll see a bit more of one team you're passing stuff through, but like mid to late game it seems to just be all Prime because they get given like two beams, and that's them pretty much almost all the game opened.
Oh man, I knew it from the beginning. I don't know if anyone saw when I was waiting for Morph. I was just like, I spelled good seed in back of my mind. I was like, yep, it's gonna be one of those. I bet.
One of those. Yeah.
All the way. I went. First thing I did was I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do Chozo reverse. That's usually a good play. Nothing. I kept saying, why am I getting so many beam ammo expansions? That's all I'm getting. That's
Yeah,
all I'm getting.
I had the exact same route, and I think it ended up being like 6 beam upgrades and no items at all.
Yeah.
It was the red key. So I was like, as soon as I get to Magmore, I'm like, oh my god, there's boost. I had already grabbed that spider when I was waiting for Morph. So when I got boost, I was like, that's cool. And then I see Plasma and then waves right after. I'm like, oh man, the whole seed's open now.
I do
Go,
wonder
Sestrion,
get
now
everything.
beam.
Yep.
how early did you check Training Chamber, Cosmo?
Late.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
late.
Same
Yeah.
for me.
Very late.
So
One of the last things I got.
You were
So
quite a bit earlier to boost.
yeah, so the divergence is you both done the save warp out after doing Thardis. However, Frost, you went immediately to do some early cleanup in Chozo, whereas Cosmo decided to climb back up and do Life Grove, or do Frigate first into Life Grove, then into Phazon Mine. So that was the divergence on finding the boost ball.
Ah, okay.
Oh, so
So I
boost
got
ball
boost
was on
earlier than-
Lucario's. Yeah,
Training chamber
earlier.
access.
I got Seekers earlier than.
Yep.
Or yeah.
So basically, yeah, Cosmo ended up kind of taking a little bit of a lead going into Frigate due to that detour. So it was basically Lucarius had boost before both players entered Frigate. And then pretty much from there, the routes in Prime converged again, and you get forward Frigate into Life Grove into Mines.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I think one, the mining plaza that Lucaris did, and getting supers in the suit was the X factor, because as soon as I got Phazon suit, I was done, but I didn't know that.
Mhm.
So I could have already just went straight to final bosses, and as soon as I saw Frost, the second I popped out of bounds, I saw Frostbite finish. I was like, "Oh my god, what happened?"
Well, to be honest, you two kept quite close pace.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it was
not knowing.
ultimately down to no mode on the Echo side because Lucarius had the knowledge that the
Yep.
rest of the game world was dead.
Whereas Cosmo, you were in that 100% mode because you're still missing information.
Yep.
That was that's the X factor.
Now,
If I were to
I
pick
do want
on
to ask
and
a question. I don't know if this was brought up, but Lucarius, when you first went into Spiderside Sanctuary, was there a reason why you didn't check the Cobalt hint at the time?
I think we found Cobalt.
I must have
We didn't
just
found Cobalt.
forgot. Honestly, did I actually have Cobalt at that
Yeah,
point?
you had Cobalt. At that
Oh, I
time,
must
yeah.
have absolutely forgotten. My bad.
Oh, where the heck was sand processing? Okay.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah, I
was
did
that?
the boostless trick to grab that early.
Yeah, because that was the first suit hint, I believe. So I was just curious as to if there was a reason behind it, or if it was just maybe just a slip of the mind kind of thing.
Just slip in the mind, absolutely.
Yep.
Well, the next match is starting.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Watch
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So yeah, head
Don't
over
really have
to
much to say, but
Gaming 2. I
the
think
seat sucks.
if there are
The seat
any,
sucks.
I think they're missing one additional commentator. If anybody hanging out in chat is willing to volunteer, I'm sure that would be greatly appreciated.
By the looks of it, they've got Op
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Sal,
they're already
and
starting.
then Sal Ray's Hope, who I believe are two different people, but I could be wrong. No, it's two people, yeah. So they are missing a comms.
But then, yeah, also let me get the links for our runners in chat here. They did a great race. Everybody played super well today. Very impressive all around. So be sure to give all of them a follow. Thank you, my Scottish friends, Caleb and Ginger Chris. It was fun coming with you.
Yep.
Pleasure as
Good
always. Make sure you do a wee follow on Baja Blood as well, my team partner, the green side to this versus mode.
Yep. Yeah, I
You two
guess.
are the best.
One's emerald and one amber. Clearly.
Yeah. I have 6 hints to TGC's 5, so just throwing that out there.
You're the one that keeps storing Ice Beam like in horrible places in our practice seeds. So I pin the blame on you.
Also, Baja TGC has mining station B hint.
Yeah. I'm the best hint.
Well,
Anyways.
ever since it got discussed how strong that hint is, it's been complete garbage for me a bunch of seeds in a row.
Exact same.
Right,
That's
chat,
just
we'll
gave me
finish up
nothing.
here.
Yeah, so it looks like the other race has started, so we will
Yep.
cut off here, and be sure to check out SpeedGaming 2.
Yeah, have fun, everybody. Good luck and stay safe. And we'll see you all next mission.
See you next mission.
See ya.
Bye now.
Bye.